This is the Mountaineer Moment, your source for all things West Virginia football and basketball. From pregame to postgame coverage and breaking news, we've got you covered. Let's go. This is another episode of the Mountaineer Moment. My name's Troy. I'm your host, and a brand new podcast just getting started. Happy to be doing it as a lifelong Mountaineer fan with plenty of years of experience in the podcasting world. But never for the Mountaineers, and so super thrilled to be taking on this challenge, this opportunity, and what a better time to do it than the start of football season. Mountaineers are officially in game week for their week 1 matchup with Robert Morris. Again, this is Mountaineer Moment, and if you are here listening, watching, please consider subscribing. We're on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music. We have an email, mountaineermoment@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. And you can follow us on X or Twitter as well. All right, so this kind of short episode just really focusing in, to me, on what is the storyline coming up for this week 1 matchup. It's the storyline, at the beginning of the offseason. It's the storyline all throughout the offseason. It was the storyline throughout camp. And it is, to me, even becoming more of a storyline, even becoming more surreal, even becoming a little weird as the countdown to kickoff is officially on and we're just a couple days away from it. The storyline that stands out above all the rest, above all the quarterback drama in that situation, and who's going to start and who's going to play and how many guys are going to play, beyond the storyline with Jamori Robinson and Ty Edwards and Justin Harrington and Jeff Weimer and like all of that, and the court case and the lawsuit and all of these transfers. There's 70 plus new players on the roster. There's, C.J. Donaldson leaves for Ohio State. Jaheim White's now the feature back. How's he going to do? How's this offensive line looking? How's the defense going to mesh under Zac Alley? There's a million different storylines that have been written, from the point that Rich Rod accepted the job and to where we are now, moments away from kickoff. And to me, none of that even compares to the storyline that is the fact that Rich Rodriguez is leading the Mountaineers onto the field for the 2025 Mountaineer football season. It's absolutely insane. It's his first time. We know the story. If you're a Mountaineer fan, as long as I've been, you know the storyline. But let it sink in a little bit. Rich Rodriguez has not coached a Mountaineer football team, has not been on the sideline for a West Virginia football game since, now don't cut the show off because you know what I'm going to say, since December 1st, 2007, a day that will forever be a nightmare fuel for all of us Mountaineer fans. But between December 1st, 2007 and August 30th, 2025, 6,482 days have passed. 6,482 days have passed. That is nearly 18 years since Rich Rodriguez has been the head coach of the Mountaineers. And again, I wrote an article, on this topic with Hale WV, and when you think about that in any industry, in the business world, in football, in anything, you leave a job, and we don't even have to talk about leaving the job in the fashion in which Rich did, but you leave a job and you're away for nearly 18 years, 17 plus years, and you come back to the same job 17 plus years later. That is, those moments in any industry are few and far between, right? This is nuts. And so that is the storyline. All eyes are on Rich Rodriguez this Saturday afternoon when he leads the West Virginia football program onto the field for a game. You'd be lying if you thought that this was possible. You'd be lying, certainly 18 years ago if you thought this could happen, or 10 years ago if you thought this could happen. I mean, this wasn't on our radar 2 years ago. This is insane. And again, we can debate all day long about who the starting quarterback should be, or who should be Jaheim White's backup primarily, and which wide receivers should see the field the most, and what kind of rotation should the wide receivers be in, and who should Zac Alley send out there for the first down on defense with the defensive line. But all of those just pale in comparison to the fact that 6,482 days ago, Rich Rodriguez coached a game that resulted in a nightmare game, nightmare situation that followed, and now he's back. This is nuts. And again, for me, it hasn't fully hit. For me, it hasn't fully... It's surreal. This is insane. I mean, I was only... 2007, I just turned 11 years old. And I remember. And 17 plus years later, here we are. Rich Rodriguez on the sideline coaching the West Virginia Mountaineers. So, and while it remains to be seen what kind of tenure, part 2 Rich Rod is going to have, for this team, and it remains to be seen what he's going to do and the success story or lack thereof that he's going to have. And, he has called it since returning a mistake that he left in the first place. He's saying he never should have left. He's saying he wants to earn the trust back of the fans that feel abandoned and are still struggling. But Saturday afternoon against Robert Morris, Coach Rodriguez gets his first opportunity to earn the support of Mountaineer fans everywhere. His first opportunity to show, just how in he is. And it's an opportunity to get back to where West Virginia wants to be as far as national relevance. And so, does that mean we're going to be where we were in year one? No, probably not. But it's an opportunity to get back to national relevance, something the Mountaineers haven't had in a long time. And there's an excitement and a buzz that hasn't really been there in Morgantown, or, around this football program in a number of years. And we know the reasons for that as, recent struggles. But Rich Rodriguez is back, and there's nostalgia with that. There's a weirdness with that. There's a, can he really lead us back to where, I don't know. We don't know, but he's the guy in the seat right now. He's the guy with the job. And the hope is, from Mountaineer fans everywhere, that he's going to lead us back to national relevance. And so the first opportunity to get to that is against Robert Morris this Saturday, 2 o'clock on ESPN+. Going to be a packed house, going to be an electric atmosphere. And again, I'll end it the same way I started. I mean, there's one storyline that stands above all the rest, and that's the fact that Rich Rodriguez is home. So let's go Mountaineers, and we'll see what happens this week.